I don't text.
All right, here's a question for you. Should water be considered public property? Well, what if we're talking about rainwater that you're collecting on your own property? An Oregon man was sentenced to 30 days in jail for collecting rainwater on his personal property.
Well, according to a decades-old law, that's the government's water, and he broke the law. Joining us right now to share his story is Gary Harrington and legal advisor, pal, constitutional researcher Dominic Notter. They both joined us today from Portland, Oregon. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
So, Gary, the state of Oregon says you are a water thief, right?
Isn't that terrible? Boy, we've had these ponds for 37 years, and they were designed and built for the purpose of fire protection. And they've been used for fire protection 4 or 5 different times by 3 different agencies, and to protect homes, protect property. But yet now they want to drain them. They're putting me in jail for
Dominic, why?
Well, it's an overreach of the law. They're saying that the diffused water that runs across the property can't be collected by Gary for the use of this, and that's totally outside of the definition of the law itself. And anytime there's a law that has overreach like this, it's up to the jury, actually, to decide the law and the fact. And that's what's happened here is actually an action that's breaking his civil rights, because the jury was disallowed from hearing this. The very fact that would stop his case from finding him guilty, they were denied to hear it.
Well, it just does seem so crazy. And we're looking at some video of firefighters taking some of the water out of your pond to use on an adjacent property owner's fire. Well, it all comes down to, Gary, they say that there's a 1925 law there in Oregon that gives the Water Commission all the rights to the water. And apparently that includes water that just is naturally flowing to your property or occurring on your property, right?
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
That's where the misapplication is.
That's what
it says.
Says
tributaries. Yes, it says tributaries. It doesn't say anything about rainwater.
It specifically excludes the others because it defines what is a tributary.
But guys, what I'm trying to get at is, why do they want to drain the ponds? For what benefit?
We're in the prime season of fire season. I mean, look at Colorado, everywhere else it's burning right now, and they want to put him in harm's way, and they're going to charge a $100,000 fine, up to $100,000 if a fire goes off his property onto another person's property. How is that justice?
So it's big government getting greedy.
Yeah.
No, this is clearly a misapplying of a law. That's why the jury has the right to strike a law down in this case. If a law is inappropriate in a given case, the jury has the right to do this, and the jury doesn't know this. And when they're precluded from hearing this, from understanding this, how can they be a fair jury?
Yeah.
How can they be a fair trial for it?
So, Gary, are you going to report to jail?
Oh, if I have to, yes. And I'll pay the fine. But, boy, I am just going to fight like crazy to keep the water in the ponds.
No,
the only thing he did wrong, the only thing this guy did wrong was stand up for what's right.
Sure.
I mean, he's guilty for standing up for what's right. What's next? We go out in the wintertime on Gary's property, and you open your mouth and catch a snowflake, and the state's going to say you're the containment, and that's their water?
Are they going to start regulating our air that we breathe?
Eventually. Next, solar panels and sunlight?
Well, it seems like a crazy story, and we're sorry that you're going through this, Gary. Maybe we'll pay you a visit in the Slammer. Hopefully you won't be there too long.
What we need is to get on with Gretchen or Riley or one of the other Cheyenne, Glenn Beck. Let's expose this. Let's let the jury of the American people see what the law and the fact is here and see if they think it's an overreach of the government. It clearly is.
Well, you've appeared on the #1 cable news show in the world, so let's see if we can get
we
some
watch
action.
you guys all the time.
All right,
we love you.
Gary and
Dominic,
we thank you both for joining us so early out there in Portland, Oregon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.